Welcome back to Factorio building the Hyperbase, where the Hyperbase is just a step up, I guess, from you've got your Megabase, you've got your Gigabase, and then the progression, as far as I'm concerned, is Hyperbase. So the Hyperbase will be larger than our prior Gigabase, and we're going to achieve that by being a little bit more focused on a single purpose of vanilla science research. Anyway, last episode we were down here putting together some design around how we're going to get the massive amount of steel we need for the low density structures. But I kind of noticed between looking around the factory that we're rather stalled here, and that's not because of green circuits or red circuits. As you can see, there's a nice healthy supply. It's because the blue circuits are not getting through, and the reason the blue circuits are not getting through is because here we're starved on red circuits, and we're starved on red circuits there because up here there is just no plastic. Now, plastic, I mean, this is always the case with Factorio, especially as you build it, but plastic, the problem is partly that most of these aren't running because they're jammed on light, and that's because we have no speed modules in these beacons, so these things, or productivity modules for that matter. So these things just are not running at nearly the speed required and anticipated to give us a steady flow of petroleum gas in here to fill this up at a fast enough rate. But worse than that, what I'm really concerned about, they're getting close. I think they're 4,000 per, so yeah, it's getting very close. Worse than that, when it does come, it's probably going to end up down here yet again, rather than in here, because there's no mechanism to stop it coming to here. So we need to set up a clever bit of smarts to say, go to the one that needs you the most. So that's what we're going to do. Long-winded way of saying that, I know, but there you have it. So what we've got at the moment is we've got a local are you actually out of plastic? So this one actually is out of plastic anyway. Oh, that's because plastics, I don't even think my smarts are going to help me here. Do you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to just force it to go to this one manually, because circuit plastic, okay. Let's just for the moment connect it up and give it a condition that it can't meet. Enable, disable, enabled condition is going to just be oh, I've got to have a signal, okay. Yellow signal is greater than 0. There are no yellow signals, so that will be broken, so it won't go here. It will instead come to this one. And that's not what I wanted to do, but we're going to have to fix this for me to get what I actually want to do. This is going to move fairly soon. It should go to the correct it should now go to where we want it to, so that we can build some more blue circuits. We need to get some speed modules and prod modules over here urgently. So that's going to become the order of the day for now. Where is my train? Because this jet's all well and good, but the train is a lot faster. It's way up here. Right, you, how about you come to Iron 1, and we'll meet you over there. Just because it'll be a bit faster. I've got another problem coming up very shortly as well, actually, and that is that these trains the long trains are not actually being supplied with must be up this way, are not being supplied with fuel at the moment, so they're going to run out of fuel very shortly. In fact, we should try and remedy that right now. I mean, we have all of this cargo capacity, so I might as well grab some fuel. Oh, gee, this thing is slow. I don't really like these hyper-extended fuel supply lines, so it's probably not the worst thing in the world, given does it actually matter how where I get this from? Probably not. Is that enough fuel? I doubt it. There we go. Max fuel. Alright, let's manually fuel these guys up. But that's definitely on our list of things that needs to be resolved. While we're flying over in this direction, let's have a sip of coffee. So this is the copper one. We also need to fix this up, but I think yeah, we're low. In fact, let's just jump out. It's going to be a lot easier this way. Actually, this one has not run down that much. I must have fixed this one fairly recently. It looks like it's sort of 3 or 4 from each carriage. That's not too bad at all. I know this one up here is not nearly as healthy as that though. As you can see, some of these carriages, well, a lot of these engines are completely empty. It's surprising it moves at all with this lack of capacity. Well, yeah, these very, very empty tanks. And I may have overdone the topping up. But never mind. I think those are the only 2 active ore sites at the moment. My bots are out at the moment. The controllers are sitting in my inventory right there, just so they don't do anything silly, and we need to come down here to this little train. I might just throw those guys back in there. Let's go back to main base. Let's grab whatever modules you have and see if we can do something good with oil. With oil cracking. So that starts happening a little bit faster. Has the oil train, whoops, cancel. Has the oil train run yet? Yes, it has. That's good. So we should be starting to build up a few more red circuits. I think these things take 160,000, so it could be a little while, especially since there's no bonuses through most of this, but at least plastic came here. 67,000 sitting there, which is probably not enough, so I might just leave what we've got in force for the moment, and we'll come back to there. We're here, good. Interesting. Those are not the modules. The modules are over here, still out of our network. That's a good lot of speed modules. We're constraining the production modules, so I guess it will kick off fairly vigorously in a moment, though. And off to oil. That one. A little bit faster than our plane. While we're traveling, let's have a look at power. This has all been done automatically. The counter will tell us what it's up to, 138. So that's 13.8 rows of 10. Remember, we're going to go to 20 rows. It can take quite a while to lay these rows now. It should be laying another one, which, 38, oh yeah, 39. Should do it soon. Maybe it's in the process of doing its count. No. 139. Oh, that's only 5 because we are short something. There's like 7 bots are still returning somewhere, so it hasn't started the count yet. Oops, that was not where I wanted to go. I actually wanted to go to Big Oil 1. Shows you it's been a moment since I've actually used the train to get here. But that's alright. Now, I'm not 100% sure if the beacons actually have the we're waiting for modules mark on them. In fact, it looks like most of them don't, but that's alright. It means there's no advantage. Well, there's probably no disadvantage in putting these back. Or maybe there is. They're going off in the wrong direction with the prod modules. Some of the prod modules. We've got some left. No, I've now got the wrong thing. Give me those. Thank you. Where are we? There we are. Good. Having allowed those few to be used, was fine. As it turns out, was absolutely fine. Ooh. Come on, do those ones as well. Awesome. And down here. Keep hitting the F key instead of the D key, which is obviously not what I want to be doing. Now the other thing with this is, right at this moment, we are not getting the consumption of the rocket fuel in the way that we would expect, but these are certainly moving a lot faster. I would expect a few more of these now to be engaged. Yeah, maybe not. What sort of modules are we short of, if any? It looks like we're short prod modules now. All of the rest of that is moduled up, as is this area. I might have to allow for a significantly greater prod module build to take place. This one at the end is really not getting a lot. These trips are a bit longer than I would like, but I'm guessing it's because of this isn't full kind of flow that's going on. How are you doing? 46,000. Well, it hasn't been that long since it's already done one, but yeah, it's slower than I'd like. Strangely, one or two of those are already full. Alright. What other modules that we are missing? Down here we are missing a lot of everything as well. It's mainly we're missing the blue. You're leaving empty again, I take it. Yep, great. Not really great. We're missing a lot of speed modules and things in the build here as well. Most of this build has been built out bar the prod modules. So I guess what we'll do is we will return to base. I will allow it to build more prod modules, and then we will feed that second area, that second circuit area, with speed modules. So that our module build can actually start building. One other thing we can do, I guess, is have a look at the power grid. 110 of these, that's about 6.6 gigawatts. It looks like we need about 3.2 to keep everything going at the moment, so we still have a nice fat buffer, although you should really read that at about 4/6, I think I want to say. So if you have, it's like 2/3. Is it 60%? It's in that sort of order. 6 is basically 4, roughly, of effective power. So we're only a little bit above the effective power limit as far as because of the day-night cycle on the solar. Okay, here we go. We haven't done this a particularly clever way. But there aren't that many, and this is not the long-term build. This is just our build for now. What have we got there? 17, 24. It's not going to help much, but it's not going to hurt either. Let's go to the circuit build, which is B iron 1. If I remember correctly, let's just check my map. Yeah, B iron 1, that's where our plane is. We'll fly down over here and see what we can do about getting some speed modules in there. How are we doing? 51,000. So yeah, it's using them fairly slowly. I'd like to speed up the rate it uses those those plastics. No, prod. That's almost ready for another trip, which is awesome. We're missing something here. We probably need some construction modules. There goes the iron ore. I think I have it on complete cycling at this point. So we'll come over here so that this side gets attention first. Ooh. There would seem to be a problem with the power grid back here. It's a little unfortunate. It is going to be fairly important to get the speed modules on the green circuit side as well. Otherwise the red circuits will kind of run ahead. So let's do that. Almost out. There's the plastic train again. I'm now actually a little bit more comfortable with the idea that the plastic train can go to wherever it's needed the most. Right, let's just come over here. How is it that you managed to get out of a line with where you needed to be? Need one more. Come on, bots, come back. Just wait till we're back up to 50. Now, yeah, this is getting quite high. It's getting faster than it can consume them, that they're getting delivered. So let's come back here to what I was going to do at the beginning of the show, which is basically, so this condition is nonsense. We don't want that at all. And we probably don't want the screen wire going directly there. What we want is can we reach that one? I don't think so. No. How about that one? No. Okay. So green is local. What do I have in here? I don't have what I actually need to do this. Do I have the means to make them? Yes, I do. So what we want is at least one decider combinator. You can take at the moment we've got no lights, have we? Good. I might actually need some different coloured wire. So what I'd like is, so let's just do that. And green to there as well. So basically, if green is greater than 0, which should be, oh, we are not sending read stop train T. So if T equals 0, T equals 0, that means there's no train there. We will then output, which signal is it that we want? We want the plastic signal. We will output plastic. We get none from there. We need to duplicate that on this side as well. This is plastic, isn't it? Yep. Red. Now we need to read this network, which is separate to this network, using green. Decider combinator. I may need to change this to green. We'll see. You can get the red signal and the green signal, and basically we need to make sure that the T signal will be output. Not send to train, read stop train. So if T equals 0, output plastic. In this case it has a value, 94,000. Then we need to combine these two values. Probably doesn't matter which color we use. I don't think you're going to reach, are you? No. Don't want you to reach, but So your signal come out from there to here. So we now have a combined plastic signal, which is incidentally just this one's plastic, but a combined plastic signal. Here's the plastic train again. This is open at this point, isn't it? Yeah. So a combined plastic signal. To which we want to, well, we want to know how many are open. So this would have a T. So I kind of want another decider combinator, I think. Which will get the red signal. And that will be T greater than 0 output T1. No, we don't have a T at the moment. Actually, I'm going to change that because I want it for the empties. So if T equals 0, output S1. So that's got an S1. Same over here. Another decider combinator. I'm going to run out of resources on these very soon, I know it. Let's just copy what we've got here. I seem to have forgotten how. Never mind, it's easier. We're in map mode. There we go. That was my problem. Right, S1, because there's nothing here either. So the idea is I want to tally up the S score. I'm going to need 2 of those. I've only got 1. So what we're going to do is we are going to divide plastic by S. You're outside everyone's reach. Why don't we just move you slightly? Oh, you don't have power. What? There we go. So S155, so that means that we must have, no, we just have a massive amount in here. You don't have power. Why don't you have power? That has power. Blast. I don't have the means to make any more copper cable. That's unfortunate. What do I have on board this guy? Do I have anything useful? No, there is copper resource up here somewhere. There you go. So I was being too clever for my own good. We need some cable from there to there, so that these all have power. Okay, so 148, S is 1, because we probably don't have S connected up here, or do we? S is 1, S is 2. Good. So you've got S2, you've got S2, right. You go to here, and you simply plastic divided by S, output P, 72, now if we can reach, we cannot. We'll go back with the green to here, and this one will have an enable disable condition, being plastic is less than P, not a constant, less than or equal. And it won't be. So this one should be disabled. It's the set enable condition, so we actually want it around the other way. Plastic is no, that should be right. Plastic's less than P. We don't have plastic. Plastic 140K, 139K. Is this going to? No. That just gives us our plastic. And there you have it. This is now deactivated. You can see the red just there to say it's deactivated. Otherwise it's hard to tell. And we need that at the other end as well. What was that? An arithmetic. Arithmetic. Where did you end up? There you go. So you are that equation. Now you need to get, oh, hang on. You need to be fed the green signal. wrong one. That gives a P of 66. And that can come over here. It can also pick up wait a sec. No, that should be okay. So we've only got P, and then this train signal grabs that. So if plastic is less than P, you're enabled. You can see on this one it is yellow, which says it's enabled. If you go to the map view, you can see that one's enabled, that one's not. That's because this one currently has 128,000 plastic, this one currently has no plastic. That's exactly what we were after. A little bit more convoluted than I wanted it to be, but it certainly works. So there you have it, guys. Let's see how far away the plastic train is. That's not a plastic train. What's this? That is a plastic train. Come on. I might just have to see what the problem is up there. It looks like we still have a problem. Am I outputting some sort of signal from these that I forgot about? If plastic is less than 20k, why would I do that? Let's not. Let's not do that. Because we want the plastic. So this can carry on. How's this one going? 136,000. It should be able to carry on and start making blue circuits again soon. We need radars down there. I'll deal with that between episodes. Thanks for joining me for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. I probably could just set it up here, but yeah, never mind. See you then, guys. Bye bye.